I thought we were gonna be getting a good unit before the Annie, at least to be able to pull something, nice that you can use on your teams and be like, okay, it's not amazing, but I can still use this character. What we got instead is a pretty bad unit with pretty good fan service. So, an easy skip, easy bait for most people. As you can see, great asset, zero complaints in there, right? I don't like her burst animation that much. I think it's a good animation, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like, for 4 copies, it's not worth the price right now. Nikke has become pretty fast and really expensive game for skins, for dupes, for everything. So, to me, not worth going for 4 copies, but it looks really cool. It's really cool. So that's it. Let's talk a little bit about her kit, what's going on, if it's worth pulling or not. You already know the answer, no? And a little bit of the kit pre-analysis for Delta Ninja Thief. Before we start, as usual, hello degenerates, welcome back to the Waifus. I'm Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict. Today's topic, Delta Ninja Thief. I just woke up, made a coffee, got to the PC, and I was like, my god, shift up, what are you doing, shift up? Why are we getting a 40-second cooldown B2 that focuses on shields? They're crazy. So let's jump into this. Never like, subscribe, having on the channel. Defender B2 machine gun water. Basic stats for a machine gun: 300 bullets, 250 reload, 5.57 attack as damage. Again, basic stuff for a machine gun, nothing interesting there. Her first skill is actually a pretty good skill. Like, this skill is nice, right? We're talking about Ninjutsu Acid Bomb, a passive skill. Activates when entering full burst, affecting all enemies, giving them damage taken increased by 12% for 15 seconds. This skill is great because if you talk about characters like Ludmilla, it's a nice percentage. That skill will also have almost 100% uptime. As you can see, 12.56 at level 3, at level 10, right? For 3 seconds. Ludmilla is 100% uptime. This one could be 100% uptime depending on your rotations because it's 15 seconds when you are entering full burst. You don't need to burst with her, which is nice. She will also increase her own damage when using her burst skill. It's welcome. It's still not amazing because it's a defender machine gun, so I don't think her damage is gonna be great, but still, anything that increases your damage is welcome, right? And then also when using her burst skill, affects enemies within attack range nearest to the crosshair. Increases the damage taken from 12% to 20%. Only for 10 seconds, but still pretty good. Really good skill one. I was like, okay, I like this skill. I like where this is going. Shift up. What is she doing on her skill too? And obviously, it's where things start going downhill a little bit. Ninjutsu Camouflage, a passive. Activates at the start of the battle, depending on the formation of the squad. So if there are no other defenders on the team, she creates the shield based on final max HP. Shields for the most part are a little bit useless unless we're talking about characters like Crown. They're usually not that great, but we'll see. And taunts everyone. The biggest problem with the shield is that it's only for herself, meaning it's not like for the whole team. 10 seconds, and then she taunts all enemies continuously, meaning she will keep taunting enemies and most likely get herself killed in PvE. Maybe you can keep her alive because she has some healing capabilities, but still, I don't like it too much. Affect self is there is another defender ally on the squad and she gets basically camouflage. Please shift up, by the way, stop using different descriptions for the same thing. Ninjutsu camouflage is the same mechanic as Rosanna, concealment. It's the same mechanic that they added recently to Enwa, which has also a different name, which is not concealment, which is camouflage. So I would prefer if we get the same description name. I know it's fitting for a ninja to be called Ninjutsu Camouflage, but still, that's the name of the skill, doesn't really matter. Just call it concealment, we know what it is. Prevents self from being the target of single target attacks for 10 seconds. This means a splash damage can still remove this. Loses effect when the caster takes damage, and then she will also get a Ninjutsu injection which recovers HP of attack damage continuously only for herself. This is a little bit weird because she's gonna be recovering HP, but this is not when she's taunting because there is not a defender on the team. So it's like, doesn't really matter, but whatever. And then when performing 200 normal attacks, affect self once again only while in attack status, so only if there is no other defenders on the team, right? You will be creating your shield again. Every 200 normal attacks is pretty good for a machine gun. We're talking about a shield that will most likely have a pretty good uptime, which could help her survivability. We'll see when we actually get her. And this is based again on final max HP, so you're gonna be benefiting from a lot of things, being the dupes, being the gear just for CP padding, the dog, etc. And then the last thing on the skill, while in Ninjutsu injection, so on this effect too, so if there is another defender on the team, right, every 4 seconds, Ninjutsu IFAK lasts for 4 seconds, Accumulates HP recovery during the activation duration, after which all allies are healed for the accumulated amount. This is like the storage from Miss Marcy. It looks to be a little bit better, but it seems to be pretty similar, right? Stores excess healing received by the caster. In this case, is just HP recovery during the activation duration, but this is based on her own HP recovery rather than the excess healing that Marciana is doing to everyone. The maximum is going to be based on 165 based on her final caster's final attack, which is a little bit weird because it's based on a defender attack. So we'll see how much that is. And once the duration ends, all allies are healed for the accumulated recovery amount. So if there is a defender on the team, you can run her as a support character, as a healer that will be healing the team and that will be also healing herself pretty well, right? If there is no defender on the team, she will most likely get herself killed. I don't think the shields are gonna save her, okay? I don't think so. And then lastly, we get her burst, which is 40 seconds, kind of stupid, but whatever. Secret technique, Ninja Overdrive, 40 seconds. She will be increasing distribute damage 20% for 10 seconds, attack by 15% of caster's attack on a defender. We still take it, again, it's more damage for 10 seconds. Affecting all enemies, dealing some distribute damage. Affecting herself while there is no defender on the team, right? She will increase the HP of the next shield, and while there is a defender on the team, she will increase the accumulation of HP that she can has to heal more. So it feels like she's gonna be run more on teams where there is another defender, because you can actually take advantage of her healing and her buffs. But I don't know if this is gonna be enough to make her compete on the current landscape for Burst 2 characters. We're talking about Crown, we're talking about the mates, Grave, Aid, even Blank and One Naga are still used a lot. Hey, no comments on Red Hood, okay? No comments on Red Hood at T2. Even the characters at T3 is a little bit iffy comparing her to them, because they actually get usage. Every time there is raids of those elements, they are getting a lot of usage. Be it Yosame Rosana in a lot of teams, be it Helm Aquamarine every time it's weak to Iron, be it Viper every time it's weak to Water. Trinan Arcana got usage on this raid. Crashed numbers could be the closest comparison to Delta. It's kind of like a useless character that has decent buffs, but it's annoying to use, right? So it might be a similar situation. A T3, T4 character. I want to cope. I want to cope that it's going to be enough with her buffs to make her a T3, but most likely it's going to be a T4. Again, we'll see when she drops. She might be better than what we're expecting, but not really happy with the character itself. I knew it was going to be bad because it's obviously a skip before anniversary, but I thought at least we could be expecting something a little bit better. But we'll see after we get her and test if she's actually better than what we are thinking right now. That said, do let me know if you guys are going to be pulling or not, and that's going to be it for this video. As usual, we are live every single day. Links in the description down below. Good luck with your pull, the rates, and I'll see you in the next one.